Hi Gemini, this is your September 2020 tarot forecast. So this is for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If you are a Venus Gemini, this is probably going to be looking more at your romance or love life, or your creative potential and desires. Otherwise, we're looking at behavior, emotions, and direction for the month. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for September 2020. Messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for September 2020. I'm getting a lot of energy from these cards, just shuffling for you. That's not usually typical the whole time I'm shuffling. Be interesting to see. Maybe September is going to be an important month for you. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, September 2020. All right, folks, let's get your deck cut in 3, and I'll lay out your Celtic cross as always. Guys, I just really want to take a moment to thank everyone for sticking with me if you've been here from the start, and for joining me if you're just learning about my channel or my work. I really appreciate you being here, and my hope with these readings is that you're assisted by them, right? Like I want you to get something positive out of them, so I hope that's the case for you. And just when all is said and done, I really appreciate you being here, because you're the whole reason I do this, so thank you. So yeah, as I was shuffling, I said it sounds like it's probably a pretty important month, maybe some big changes, and it sure does look like that. Really gorgeous energy here in the first couple of weeks. Really strong and interesting energy over here. Can I remember? I think it's Taurus. Gemini, if you have any Taurus in your chart, or if you're working with or dating a Taurus individual, give Taurus a view for September, just because the exact same couple cards, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, came out in the first couple of weeks for Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. And these are the exact same energies coming out at the end of the month for you. So really interesting. Just throwing that out there. Obviously, you don't have to watch it, but you know, it would be extra interesting in terms of hearing from you and comments and so forth, if you have a Taurus in your life, if this has anything to do with them. All right, so bottom of the deck energy for the month. And as always, this is going to act like the basket or the blanket in which your reading sits in. It's sort of the overall energy for the month. And it's the Seven of Swords. Now, this is interesting to have for a monthly energy, just because this is a tricky energy. The highest energy with this is a calculated risk, right? It's a gamble you're willing to take because you've assessed the situation so that you're going to move this way, even if, say, current allies, current partnerships, maybe a decision you just made not long ago, you know, regardless of what those meant or what those people or agents are even saying, this is a pretty independent step into a little bit of the unknown, frankly. Now, this could be exciting because of that, right? If it's a calculated risk and you're taking a chance or taking a gamble. The lowest energy with this guy is that there's some trickery afoot, whether you're responsible for that or someone's trying some trickery with you. There is some trickery energy here as well. So tricks, gambling. There could even be like a sense of trying to get away with something. But again, the highest energy here, and this is what I'm really hoping for all of you, just because honestly, and I'm going to read highest energy in this card for you, because there's such gorgeous and really positive energy in your entire reading for you. So you could just be caught up in a little bit of excitement here as well. There could even be a focus on a new love or a new direction. And there could be, with that in mind, there could be an element of inspiration behind, say, a calculated risk or a gamble of sorts. This is really interesting, Gemini. It's not really often that I see a 7 as an overall energy, and it's not often that I see such really strong energies like particularly majors here in the first couple of weeks. It will be curious to see what's going on here at the last 2 weeks of the month, but let's get into it. So we do have Judgment qualified by the Ace of Cups. So of course, Judgment is the situation. It's crossed by, helped, or hindered by the Ace of Cups. So this is looking like a new love, a new chance at love, a new chance even at a new relationship. Someone definitely has your heart. You have someone's heart. There's a second chance here. There is a moment of possible realization. Guys, if this is not a love reading for you, in the romance department, this could be a new love regarding a personal direction, something that's close to your heart, something that is offering another opportunity. Remember, Judgment here, she calls it the call, and it could very well be a calling, but the Judgment card here sort of acts like Easter, right? It's like a rebirth. It's like back from the dead, kind of, right? It's like there's something, maybe your heart is getting a reboot here. Maybe there's an inspiration here at the beginning, particularly the beginning of the September of the month for you. But this is really fun. No matter what becomes of this, certainly there could very well be a celebration in store. No matter what, at the very least, a friendship, right? Celebrating a friendship. It looks like this is really sweet. This is, you don't want to pass this up, and certainly you don't want to take it for granted. So yeah, a new love interest, or a new way of appreciating something. It could even be like, as I said, like an act of inspiration. Not in the same sense that an Ace of Wands would be inspiring, where there's passion. This is less about passion here with the Ace of Cups, as it is about, you know, passion is more like a fire, right? The Ace of Wands being fire. The Ace of Cups is more like, just like a real soul situation, like it's a feeling. It's a feeling. It's not what you do, it's what you feel. So really cool to see that. Here at the foundation of the reading for you, and of course it's going to mirror with the page. I'll look at her in a minute. Foundation of the reading is tectonic changes, and this is why this is a little bit exciting to me right now, because at the sort of the root or the foundation of your whole reading for the month are tectonic changes, big developments, big changes. Now the Page of Wands mirroring that as the foundation, the crown. I don't know where my words are. So crowning this, and ultimately, as you can see, mirroring this is the Page of Wands. So this could be someone who either is a little bit younger than you, or just feels a little bit younger than you, is young at heart. And this person is really sparking an interest. This is a very exciting energy. The page brings a lot of excitement with her. There's a spark. There's a bubbliness. There's a joie de vivre. There's a real celebration. And here's where you could be dealing with this person here as well. There's a real sort of celebration on basically whatever's going on here around your second chance or major tectonic changes. This person could actually play a major role, at least for this month, in developing your element of second chance, your what sparks joy in you, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel loved. It is very interesting also to know that there are definitely new beginnings. There's something definitely coming to the fore for you that either you just didn't think you'd see again or even feel again, right? Or that you just didn't think was owed to you or belonged to you. But this is really exciting. There's a great energy. There's a lot of intelligence. This is just a really fun energy. And if this is a person, like I said, they're definitely either younger than you or younger at heart. They're going to feel like they're excited. This is an exciting energy. So here in your recent past and your near future, this is extremely interesting. So this is where I'm seeing, like, you could be taking a calculated risk, but there's something that you're not sure of about here. There could even be something behind the scenes. There could be something really in a deep way that's unknown to you, but you're very curious about it. You look like you want to make a choice around this unknown, around this mystery. Very likely it has to do with a woman. If this is about a creative venture, however, and this is about, say, a job prospect or moving or investments, I would definitely say to get more information at this time. Someone could offer something really sparkly here, but there's something beyond it. So definitely learn what's behind this sparkly, say if it's an image, if you're concerned that it's just an image, you know, make a choice or take the direction into learning more about it, discovering more about it. Because in your recent past, you've definitely made a choice to at least show interest in a little bit of a mystery here, or at least you could be paying more attention to the mystery of something, the mystery of a second chance, of a new love, a new interest, a creative opportunity. This could be coming up, say, from childhood. This could be coming up from, like I said, like a muse or an inspiration in your own environment. So really for the first couple of weeks, gorgeous, gorgeous energy here. We have some interesting energies here the last 2 weeks of the month for you. Of course, in how you see yourself, this is the card ruled by Cancer. It's the 4th house. So this is home and hearth. This is really, it's motherhood. It is stability. It is foundations. We also could be dealing with a Cancer individual. You could be a Cancer individual, Sun, Moon, Rising if you're a cross watcher Gemini, or you could be dealing with someone who is, you know, motivated toward this type of energy or this person who would be a Cancer individual. Otherwise, we're looking at home and vehicles, right? So we're looking at how you see yourself in this situation as someone who is a provider, someone who is victorious, someone who has the answers and the acumen to go for something, to take charge of something, even if it's a little bit unique or unusual, or if it's something that they hadn't maybe even considered before, or you're flat out taking an actual risk. So how others are seeing you is someone who could be separating or separated from someone who could be going through a divorce, someone who has a great deal of wisdom through experience. You could be dealing with an individual who is a Libra, or certainly how others could be seeing you right now is with interest in relation to a relationship. Okay, so again, this could be with a partner, this could be with business, this could be with your studies. We could be looking at legal contracts and alliances here as well. But ultimately, because we do have these sort of next to each other, as I did in the other reading, I believe it was Taurus, this could very easily be a couple as well. So we're dealing with opposite energies here as well, sort of cool energy and warm energy. And opposites, as you know, do attract, but they have to be complementary, right? Here in your hopes and fears is some Taurus energies, the King of Pentacles. Now this is a really slow moving energy, but it's built to last. This is very solid, nice, mature energy. Usually assets and possessions are involved here as well. If you are going through a divorce or a separation for some reason here, it could just be that you're trying to divide up your assets at this time, or this is part and parcel of what you're in process of doing here. But in terms of your hopes and fears, possessions, what you possess, why you possess it, values and value systems could be extremely important here, particularly by the 4th week of September here, guys. And then this really nice celebration card, gorgeous. Like I said, whether or not, whatever this is for you, it really doesn't matter what this turns into. This could be a love affair, it could be a creative venture, and anything in between. But because we're dealing with some more cups energy here at the end, it does look very nicely as though by the end of the month, you're at least going to make a new friend. You're at least going to have some things to celebrate. There could be a friend coming back from the past to enjoy the celebration. But yeah, really nice possible reunion here as well. So gorgeous energy, guys. And like I said, when I was shuffling, I just got a lot of energy, and this could be a real game changer month for you. I'm just seeing, I mean, when you have the World here, you have Judgment, you know, you have a really, I mean, don't discount that High Priestess either. Like, a mystery is extremely compelling, right? It's extremely compelling, and it's look like you have to make a choice here around perhaps a mystery or someone or something that is maybe unknown. Like I said, you could be dealing with a muse in general, or something having to do with a muse. Could have to do with homes, cars, travel. Could have to do with ships as well. The Chariot could technically be a ship. And And then just for some signs, if I didn't already say all of them, we are dealing with some Saturn energy over here. We're dealing with some moon energy over here. Like I said, Libra, Taurus, and then we have Cancer. So these individuals or energies may show up in the month for you. And, okay, that's entirely too many cards, but I'm going to take them because they're all upright. Very interesting here that you have a lot of birds. 4 came out of the medicine card deck. Very rare for that to happen. And you have 3 of the 4. 3 of the 4 are birds. This is very interesting. I really feel like there's a lot of spiritual something going on here. Very interesting. Gemini, listen, even if you're Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, there still could be, even if it's not a love interest and it's a new creative venture or it's a new path for you, this could very well be going on right now because very, very nice. Because of some really strong energies here. So let's get your oracles. I'll do the birds first. So as I said, 3 birds jumped out of the medicine card deck. You have grouse, raven, and eagle. So grouse is sacred spiral. This is so important. This is important because if your muse, if something has touched your heart, again, whether it could just be a fascination with a new subject matter, that your feelings are engaged here is all I'm saying, possibly around a muse or a mystery. Sacred spiral really says to me here that there's something, there could be something old about this. Like I said, this could have to do with a reunion or celebrating a reunion. There could be something, whether you've already known each other, you've already met each other, you really dig each other. There's just sort of a commonality, a sacred spiral in terms of you might even be vibrating at the same energy or at the same frequency. And that's really important. Now, that doesn't always mean that this lasts forever either, right? And this could be part of why the king is in the hopes and fears, because this is solid, this is permanent-ish. Taurus is fixed energy, as opposed to cardinal energy, which is, you know, being the first to try something. So your hopes and fears possibly around a connection with this, or how far this is going to go, or how deep this interest is going to be, is how deep and how permanent it is. And this could be part of it. Sacred spiral. We don't know how long that person or energy or muse or mysteries in your life. It's just about, are you going to roll with it or not, however long it takes. So you may want it to last forever and you may not want it to last forever. It depends on what it is. But that sacred spiral pretty much guarantees you that however long you need for that to be in your life to get to the next stage, to keep developing, is how long it will be there. So there could be a level of acceptance here as well. Raven is magic. This is the card of magic in the medicine deck. I wouldn't really take this too lightly. I think there could be. We'll look at spirit here in a minute. There could be something behind the scenes here. There could be something, there is a spiritual element obviously to the Ace of Cups as well. And the Ace of Cups brings with it a great deal of hope. And ultimately new love. Even if it's not for someone else, it could be a new sense of love for yourself. And then of course the eagle is spirit. This is your spirit, this is higher spirit. This is flying high over everything. This is eagle eye view, right? This is the large, long range view. Very interesting to see how many birds are here. I always mentioned as well, these animals obviously are totem animals. So if you see any in your environment over the next month, they may spark a feeling in you, or they may remind you of something. So keep your eye out for those animals. And porcupine is one of my favorite cards from the whole deck. And its totem story is innocence. This is gorgeous. And I do see this here. I do see something sort of young, something innocent, playful. I think you're wiser, probably harder than you need to be here, or someone is harder than they need to be here. But again, you could be protecting yourself if you're trying to dissuade someone from getting close to you, or otherwise you're literally in process of a separation, or you know, someone close to you is. Self-acceptance is really nice here. So this could be part and parcel of this muse or this other person or new love or interest. Self-acceptance is just such a beautiful feeling. It makes you feel at ease. So if that's the case, I would really continue enjoying that. Co-create is lovely here. We have another egg and we also have another owl. So the egg I would indicate is part of judgment because it's the card of Easter. It's a new life. And then you have the owl indicated twice here, and you'll notice with her, she's got that big old wise owl there. So that's just enormous wisdom It's also intellect. There's a great deal of intellect that's involved here as well, but avoid crossed wires and mixed messages and that type of thing. And then getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. I really think that whatever is going on here is going to be fairly natural, pretty organic. I don't think you're going to have to force too much here, but just keep your eye on the prize and don't get pulled into something that you truly don't want. Make sure that you are doing exactly what's right for you, that fills your heart and is creative and joyful. So Gemini, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next video for your sign. Bye for now.